My name is Victor Obaka, and I will be teaching you Introduction to Crypto Trading Simplified. I'm going to take you from the introduction, explain to you what Bitcoin is, what cryptocurrency is, what blockchain technology is, show you why you need to start investing in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and also the technology backing it up, which is blockchain technology. Now, a lot of persons have misconceptions about Bitcoin and crypto. When people hear Bitcoin, especially in this part of the world where education on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is still at the barest minimum, what comes to their mind is Ponzi or multi-level marketing. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is neither Ponzi or multi-level marketing. Actually, Bitcoin is a kind of cryptocurrency, and cryptocurrency is a kind of currency. Cryptocurrency is currency evolved from what we used to know it to a kind of currency that you don't have to see or touch to be able to confer value, to be able to use it to pay for goods and services, to be able to use it to exchange value between two persons. Bitcoin is a digital currency that you can store in digital wallets on your phone or on your laptop or externally on something that looks like a USB drive called Ledger Nano. But we'll get to that later on. Let's go back to history of money. Money, one way or the other, have different forms of money, one way or the over the centuries, came out as a way to solve the money problem of exchange. Okay, look at it this way. The first form of money we had on earth was trade by barter, whereby I have beans and you have yam. You just exchange it. You just exchange my beans for your yam. But then that had a limitation, because you can't store beans and yam over for a long period of time. You won't guarantee that in the next 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, you can't store value in those things. So other forms of currencies came out in the form of cowries and gold and metallic coins, whereby you can, if you want to buy and pay for anything that I have, I'll tell you I need the payment for it is 1 bag of cowries. And if it's too much for you, you bargain. You're like, okay, you can pay me half bag of cowries, or 1 bar of gold, or 2 bars of gold, or how many pieces of metallic coins. But then this also had its challenge. As much as you can preserve value with it to an extent, there was a challenge of robbery. Then there was no people traveled on foot and use of animals to travel. So roadside robbers always attack people carrying trunks and chests of gold and cowries and metallic coins. So there came in paper money. Now, between the time of trade by barter to coins, to cowries, metallic coins, there was not really any need for central government, for a central form of authority to manage the currency, to manage money at that time. Remember, money is anything money is a legal tender they can use to exchange goods and services. So anything can be used as money as long as it's accepted and is adopted by people as a means of exchange of value. So paper money came into being. When paper money came into being, there came a need for a central government that will regulate what can be used as paper money. If not, everyone will print paper in their house and it's and it will be accepted as money. And you know that scarcity always brings value. Where there's no scarcity, there's hardly value. So there's a central authority like central bank of any country started to regulate the flow of money, this distribution of money within a particular place, a country, a state. So there was an accepted paper for currency per country. Though you have US dollar, you have the UK pound, we have Nigerian naira, we have South African rand and all that. Each country now have, and now based on the world power, every other currency is equated to the currency of the world power. Just like you always compare other currencies, like naira to the US dollar and naira to the pound and all that. So when paper currency came in, there was another problem. I can't transact. I can't use naira in US. I have to convert my naira to US dollar, and I can't send money from my naira to someone in the US. It will not make sense. It will not be worth anything. So there came in the electronic money, the Western Union, the PayPal, the Payoneer, whereby I can send money to a family member in another country and they will receive it in their own currency there. As you can see, every evolution, as money evolved to solve a particular problem in currency, like to bridge a gap in exchange, in the for exchange of value, exchange of goods and services. After electronic money, there was still a problem. Imagine if you want to send $10 to someone in another country, it will cost you almost the same amount, if not twice, to do that. The exorbitant charges and all that. And also there was a problem of withdrawing little amounts of money. If you go to the bank to withdraw money, and the money is so small, it's like you're wasting the time. So that came in ATM machines, whereby you can easily withdraw a certain amount of money from the ATM without stressing yourself going to the bank and queuing up. So ATM machines solved the time problem of staying in the bank, queuing up in the bank. So the bankers have to face people that want to withdraw higher amounts of money. But if you're going to withdraw any lesser than 200,000 or less than 100,000 naira, you can use the ATM machines. Then ATM machine and ATM cards solve that problem. But at this point, 2008-2009 brought financial market crash, whereby people that have money and in stocks and bonds, in people that saved up money, their money lost value in the financial market because the financial market crashed. Recession set in. Recession came then, and everybody lost almost all their money to the financial market crash. So, and that came in a group of person or a single person called Satoshi Nakamoto decided that one of the things that caused this problem was the fact that money had a central control. What if we decentralize the control of money to peer-to-peer, take it back to how it was? But this time around, the money is going to be digital currency that you can use as store value, and it can appreciate in value. It's like giving people financial freedom in the form of digital currency, and that brought Bitcoin. Bitcoin became the first digital currency out of over 5,000 digital currencies today. As of this day of this recording, Bitcoin has the value of $6,900 for one, of which equivalent to in naira, that's up to 2.something million naira. Not talk of other currencies, equivalent in other currencies. But then Bitcoin didn't just start like it. When it came out, it started rising from less than $1 to $1 to $100, and now we have it to this point. So what Bitcoin did was to give the power back to the people. So Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer currency. Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer currency that you can use to exchange, pay for goods and services, and can use it to store value. Now, apart from Bitcoin, there came Ethereum, there came every other kind of cryptocurrency, Dogecoin, Dashcoin, and the likes of them. You can get information about every available cryptocurrency on an application or a website called CoinMarketCap. There you can get the history, you can check all the trading history, historical data on any cryptocurrency available, over 5,000 of them. So you can see that Bitcoin is not Ponzi scheme, neither is it a multi-level marketing. It's just money evolved from what we used to know it as to digital money that you can store in digital wallets. You don't have to see it, you don't have to touch it, but it can confer value for you. So most persons wonder, what is Bitcoin? Okay, fine. How can we make money from it? There are different money making strategies. But before I get to that, let me give you a highlight of the technology backing backing Bitcoin, which is blockchain technology. Blockchain technology is the intrinsic technology of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Blockchain technology is, the simple definition is a distributed, decentralized, borderless technology that enables peer-to-peer transactions on the network. You request for Bitcoin, I send it to you. The network confirms that I have that amount of requested Bitcoin, and after confirming it, sends it to you, and then it becomes a complete transaction. Blockchain technology has a feature known as immutability, whereby the transactions cannot be reversed. You cannot reverse the transactions on the blockchain network. Now, how do you start? How do you start making money with Bitcoin? Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies have different money-making strategies. The most popular, the well-known one is trading, crypto trading, whereby you trade every other cryptocurrencies against Bitcoin. The way you do in Forex. In Forex, you trade currency against other currencies. One or two Forex system trade crypto too. But in cryptocurrency, you're not trading against any fiat currency. You're trading other cryptocurrencies against Bitcoin. So one way or the other, the value of Bitcoin influences the value of other coins. Now, other coins are known as altcoins, altcoins, altcoins. Any coin that is not Bitcoin is called an altcoin, more like an alternative to Bitcoin. And you can trade these coins to give you money. So the simple strategy of trading, crypto trading, is buy when the price is low and sell when it's high. You know how you do your sales in a normal day? If you want to have that deal in wholesale or retail, whereby you buy a product at a cheap price and you sell it at a higher price and you take the profits. The profit margin is your gain. The profit margin between the price you bought at and the price you sold at is your gain. That's the same way it works with crypto, whereby you buy at a low price and you sell at a higher price. So the challenge here is, how do I know when to buy and how do I know when to sell? This is one of the reasons why you join a platform like Valucop, crypto trading platform, whereby you get information on when to buy and when to sell and take your profit between that margin. Now, Now, crypto trading is the most popular way, but not the only way you can make money from crypto. There are so many ways. There are lots and lots of ways. But one thing that makes you stand out in cryptocurrency trading is the trading strategies. There are trading strategies, there are risk management, there are portfolio management strategies. If you don't put these things in place, it's not as straightforward as 1 + 1 to give you 2. You have to be proactive in cryptocurrency trading to be able to make profit from it. But is it possible? Very possible. Can a newbie start crypto trading and make profit? Of course, very, very, very. You can start today and start making profits. But the point is, who is coaching you? Who is your coach? Who is your guide? And how much interest do you have in this thing? You have to have interest in these things. I believe some persons could do portfolio management for people, but it's very important that you know these things for yourself. Because the more you apply them, the more you do these things yourself, the more you get to know what strategy works for you for taking profits. Because the point of learning all these things is to make extra money. And look at it. Today, oil price is less than $1. The whole world is looking to alternatives to making money and improving their economy. So the world is looking at blockchain technology. So you are doing yourself a whole lot of good if you pay attention to blockchain technology, especially how to monetize cryptocurrencies. Right information will give more profit than anything in this cryptocurrency space. Positioning. Are you well positioned to get the right information? If you get the right information about any crypto, you can make the right investments and you can make lots of money. I'm telling you, one right information can be the difference between the 10K you have in your account to making 100K. Right information. So it's not just about putting in money and expecting. It's not what they call it, Ponzi scheme, where you put in 10K to give you 20K. No, there's a strategy to it. You don't just put in 10K and expect to just get 20K. You have to follow the strategy, set your strategies in place, and you will make returns for it. So, why should you invest in crypto? Why you should invest in crypto is that the world has evolved. Everything has changed. As of today, everything has changed. Nothing is business as usual. So if you're not changing with times, you're going to be left behind. One of the things that you shouldn't even do to yourself is not being perceptive of times and seasons. Everything is always in a flux. We're always in changing times. Nothing remains the same forever. Nothing. Things always change. But how can you adapt? How do you adapt to times and seasons? Adapting to crypto, I understand it might seem difficult when you're starting. But as long as you're interested, as long as you want to make extra money, you have to look for the right information. Remember, there are so many scammers in this space. That is why risk management is very important. You have to pay attention. It's very security conscious in cryptocurrency, crypto trading, in blockchain technology. You have to be very security conscious. There are risk management you can put in place to make sure you are always safe from scammers any day, anytime, and I'll take you through it. So how do you start? Is that you start by buying Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin is like the cryptocurrency you use to trade other currencies. So you start by buying Bitcoin. There are different platforms you can buy Bitcoin from. For countries that support Luno